Heat urged to fill P.J. Tucker void with trade for disgruntled 3-and-D wing. Don't worry, Miami Heat, reinforcements are on their way. No, the Heat did not run out and make a trade overnight. No, they haven't yet entered the free agency/buyout market. However, Jimmy Butler returned to the squad Friday night, with hopes that he will play in Miami's rematch with the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Butler's return to the lineup is critical for the Heat. With him on the floor, the Heat outscored their opponents by a respectable plus 2.5 points per 100 possessions. When Butler is not on the court, the statistic drops to a negative differential, minus 3.2 points per 100 possessions. But given that still low point differential when Butler's on the floor, the Heat could still use some additional help. One area of improvement, wing depth, especially after P.J. Tucker departed in free agency last summer. According to Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley, that help might come in the form of disgruntled Suns wing Jay Crowder. Buckley identified Crowder as an ideal trade target for the Heat on December 1st. The Heat have struggled more with injuries than anything, but their decision not to retain or replace P.J. Tucker this offseason remains a head-scratcher. Caleb Martin has done an admirable job of expanding his game to fit a larger role, but this forward group misses Tucker's tenacity, toughness, and occasional three-point shooting. Crowder could help fill that void. Heat are serious suitors for Crowder, per Insider. Crowder's connection to Miami shouldn't come as any surprise. Last week, Sam Amico of Hoops Wire reported that the Heat are actively pursuing a trade for Crowder. The Heat remain interested in Suns forward Jay Crowder and should still be considered a serious suitor, sources told Hoops Wire. Miami has been considering multi-team trades as a way to acquire Crowder, sources added. This week, however, Amico upped the ante. While there's been significant league interest in acquiring the playoff-tested wing, two teams have emerged as the clear favorites. The Bucks and Heat are viewed as the frontrunners for the veteran small forward, as the Suns would be hesitant to send him to a Western team, particularly a West contender, sources said. The Bucks represent stiff competition for Crowder's services. Milwaukee is viewed as a legitimate finals favorite, with superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo keeping things close with Luka Doncic in the MVP race. But the Heat does have one factor in its favor lacking with the Bucks: history. Crowder and Heat went to bubble finals together. The 2019-20 season was derailed by COVID-19, forcing teams to pause play until the league organized the bubble playoffs at Disney in Florida. At the time, Crowder was a member of the Miami Heat, a team that rode the strong play of its stars to a final showdown with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a factor Buckley noted cannot be overlooked in the Heat's pursuit of Crowder. He spent the latter part of the 2019-20 season in South Beach, mostly in the Orlando bubble with the Heat, but you get my drift, and promptly played some of the best basketball of his career. He started all 21 playoff games during Miami's march to the finals and logged the Heat's fourth most minutes in that series. With the Suns looking for a power forward in return for Crowder, it's hard to imagine how the Heat pulls off a deal that satisfies that end. Unless, of course, the Suns are interested in Udonis Haslem. No? No takers? Then perhaps the Heat will have to loop in a third team to help facilitate a deal.
And he had 16 of the 25 points in the third quarter.